Hello and welcome to the third edition of a trip of my around the minor leagues player profile. This week's guest is Matt Goodheart. Hello and welcome.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No worries. How you been? How's your day going?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. We had an off day today. I'm sorry,
Nice.
and just swung the bat a little bit and kind of gonna rest, watch the Razorbacks tonight. And
Oh
that's that.
yeah, awesome. They're doing pretty good this year. Where are they? They're in the playoffs, correct?
Correct. They're in the regional. They play Oklahoma State. Winner take all tonight.
Oh, that is awesome. That is very interesting. Well, we're talking about Arkansas. Let's jump in right there. How did you choose Arkansas as your college?
So my freshman year, I went to a junior college, popularly known as Sanjak. I had a great experience there, and was looking to put myself in the best position that I could to play professional baseball. And the thought was that if I went to an SEC school from Sanjak, performed well there, I would make some money and give myself an opportunity to be drafted or signed, whatever the case may be, and also to develop myself and perfect my craft and become as good of a player as I could be. So
Nice.
that. I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
I didn't mean to cut you
um,
off. Sorry.
no, yeah, the reason Arkansas was the choice for me was um, not I wasn't biased because I'm from Arkansas. It had nothing to do with that. It was completely because of their ability to transform and make players as good as they can possibly be. You know, they have setting where players get better. You're in a winning environment, and there's nothing better than that.
Hey, yeah. I mean, learning how to play the game and having great coaches around you, that's 50% of baseball right there. I mean, yeah, you got to play the game and all that kind of stuff, but coaches putting you in the right positions is always good.
Right.
Um, what what would you say was the biggest game in your Arkansas career? What was the biggest game you can remember?
The biggest game, man, I played in some good ones. Fortunately, I was surrounded by, like you said, great players, great teammates, great coaches. So we had the opportunity to play in some very high leverage situations. I think ones that come to mind would be the postseason games that we played in 2021 against both um, Nebraska and NC State in the super regionals. Then, of course, the postseason games that we played in 2019 as well against, let's see, the regional would be with TCU, and then in the super regional would be Ole Miss, and we ended up going to the College World Series.
Nice. Who'd you play in the College World Series?
We played Florida State and got beat 1-0, and then
Oof.
we played Texas Tech and got beat. So we went 2-0 in Omaha that year, but both of those teams were really good. You know,
I mean, hey,
obviously.
it's I mean, the experience of getting there, I mean, how many teams go to Omaha?
8.
Eight. So, you got 200 colleges usually, and you're one of the eight to make it. That's amazing. And
Right.
that's a
Yeah, we were
great experience.
one
Yeah.
pitch away in 2021 as well. You know, we ended up playing NC State in the super regionals and ended up dropping the winner take all game in
Oof.
on Sunday, and that was a heartbreaker. But you know, we had a historical season, and it was as fun as I can remember. You know,
Nice. I mean, at least you got good memories. And so what position did you play when you were at Arkansas?
mostly outfield. My sophomore year, I ended up hurting my shoulder pretty good. So I ended up DHing for a good part of my career there. Just because my arm wasn't good enough to play outfield like I wanted to. So
Hmm.
the thing about it was my bat was, too good to take out of the lineup in my opinion. But
Yeah.
at the same time, my arm wasn't good enough for me to contribute defensively for a while as well because I
Yeah.
was recovering from a pretty rough injury there on the shoulder. But after After the 2020 shortened COVID season, got after the rehabilitation and ended up playing quite a bit of outfield in the postseason of 2021.
Nice. I mean, you're being a little modest when you're saying your bat was good. I mean, I got the stats here for your senior season. I mean, you batted 264 with a 386 on base and slugging 481. I mean, that's with 13 home runs. That's pretty good in 55 games. I mean, I'll shout you out. I'll give you that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries. So how did it feel being at Arkansas? How was that, and what was college life like for you?
Man, my experience at Arkansas was amazing. I have nothing but great things to say about it. Like I said, I put myself in the position to try to make myself as good of a player as I could possibly be, and I think that's exactly what I got. The coaching staff is top notch. It's not going to get any better than Coach Dave Van Horn. He's got the most active College World Series appearances in college baseball. Hitting coach Nate Thompson, he's tremendous. Really smart guy. Really knows how to translate to players and get the best out of them. And of course, the pitching coach Matt Hobbs. I didn't deal with him a whole lot, obviously, since I'm a hitter. But I mean, I know for a fact that he's incredibly intelligent and gets the best out of his pitchers as well. And I think that's evident from the season that they're having this year. They have got a team ERA of under a 3.2, and for the longest part of the season was under a 3 all the way around after having to give up the Golden Spikes winner Kevin Kopps and their starter Patrick Wicklander.
That's for all my listeners, that's really good. That's for your pitching rotation to have under 3 and now at 3.28 or whatever you said. That's amazing. So kids, if you want to go play baseball in college, go to Arkansas. Arkansas. Now it's in my head. Now I'm just going to mess it up.
Hey, don't do that in Arkansas. There is a law in Arkansas that I'm not joking. I did a little a project whenever I was in grade school on weird laws, and Arkansas actually has a law that says you cannot mispronounce Arkansas in front of a law enforcement official.
Don't mess up. All right.
Everyone's always blown away whenever I say that.
Yeah, that's insane that's a law. I mean, I get it. I was born in Illinois, and anyone who's not from Illinois, Illinois, and I'm just like, guys, can we? Now I live up in Wisconsin, and I'm just like,
okay,
you can call Illinois whatever you want. I don't care anymore. I'm in a better state now. So
what part of Illinois are you in?
I was in.
I'm sorry,
Wisconsin.
I'm sorry.
Southern part over by Janesville, Beloit. I'm a big Sky Carps fan, Beloit. So I got to rep them in all my videos. It seems like.
Good deal. We
not a Brewers fan, but I coach I coach my brothers, and they're the Brewers, so I get stuck with it.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We play in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Wisconsin, a decent amount. If you end up in the area of one of our games, let me know. I'll hook you up. You can come watch some professional baseball.
Oh, I would love that. You got the Milwaukee Milkman. I told my fiance, I was like, that is where we're going. We need to see them.
Absolutely.
I will. I'll try to get it on the schedule and try to get up and see you play. So back to college.
Yeah,
oh, sorry. I didn't
no. I didn't. I wasn't going anywhere.
All right. What did you major in college? We're talking about college. What did you major in?
My major is recreation and sports management. I also did some schooling in nutrition, and I did my internship under hitting and pitching analytics.
Nice. So you were there for the school too. It wasn't just all baseball. It was, you hear the first guy I interviewed, he went for like pharmacy, and he's got his master's. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And then you hear other people are like, yeah, I'm just there for baseball. I'm there to hit the ball as hard as I can. So,
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, it
So,
all kind of ties together.
yeah, I mean,
The internship, the internship was incredible for me because I'm going to be able to use that for coaching in the future. I plan on coaching whenever I'm done playing, and just over the off season, I did a little coaching and like private lessons, and even working with young audiences, and anywhere from 7 to 17, it doesn't matter. All that stuff ties in, and it's been very beneficial for me.
nice. I'm glad your college major is working for you, and it's going to work for you in the future. All right. So you play your senior season. And then you sign with the Phillies. How does it feel getting signed by the Phillies? How did that happen? Just walk me through it.
Yeah. So I didn't know. I was one of those fringe draft pick guys, late round guys. We didn't know. Me and my agent didn't really know for sure whether or not it was going to be selection or a free agent sign. But we had a pretty good idea that I was going to end up with someone. Just didn't know when or where.
Okay.
So um, at the time, there. So that year, the 2021 draft was in July as opposed to normal. It was later on. So there was a gap between the end of the college seasons and the draft. So a lot of guys were just looking for places to go to play to stay on top of their craft. That way they don't show up to wherever they sign and just feel lost. Like they haven't been doing anything. And
Yes, stay
that
in a rhythm. That makes sense.
exactly right. Exactly right. So my sophomore year, I ended up playing in Cape Cod during the summer and developed a great relationship with the staff there and the organization, and reached out and asked if there was a chance that they had room for me for a few weeks up until the draft. Worst case, I don't sign and I just finish out the season with them and then go back to Arkansas because I had another year of eligibility. Best case, I get drafted, head off, and the manager, Kelly Nicholson, great guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, we got a home for you. Come get some work in. We're happy to have you." And I was actually out there whenever I got the call, and said I was ready to go, and that was that.
Nice. I saw that you had 21 at bats and you played, what was it, 8 games with them?
Yeah, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I signed in July. Went through. They had this preparation process that everybody that signs goes through before they play in an actual game.
Okay.
Um, and what's funny is the day before I was supposed to debut, I ended up getting hit in the face. I got hit in the
Oh,
mouth, lost some teeth, fractured my maxilla, the bone that runs above my mouth. Ended up missing a few weeks from that, so that was bad luck. Came back from that, played the rest of the season, ended up going to the fall instructional league. So those numbers don't cover the fall instructional league numbers or spring training numbers, of course. So I ended up having quite a few more at bats than what's listed there. Um, all that was pretty good. Season ended, went through the off season, came back for spring training, and went through spring training, did pretty well, and guess it was a predetermined thing that they didn't have a place for me. So ended up getting released. Pretty surprised, but at the same time, I understand it's a business.
yeah. I
So
mean, I got your average here. It was 381. That's really good. And yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, damn, you couldn't do much more. And I mean, it sucks, but then yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But now you're on to the American Association,
yep,
which can you explain that to my listeners?
yeah, yeah. So whenever people talk about professional baseball, the mind typically goes to the MLB. That's obviously the most popular, and it's what you hear the most about. Has the most notoriety, of course. But the phrase professional baseball encompasses way more than just the MLB. There are plenty, and I mean plenty, of great professional baseball leagues that aren't affiliated with the MLB, and the American Association being one of them. there's it's not like minor league ball. It's not like I work my way up through the ranks back to the big leagues or anything like that. It's its own thing. So after I got released, I'm driving back from the spring training complex in Florida back to Arkansas, and I'm reaching out to people. You know, my agent's reaching out to people. I'm you know, obviously just got released after hitting 381, so I'm like, hey, I got more in the tank. I'm ready to go. You know,
Yeah.
um, and sure enough, the release reports went out, and manager of the Salt Dogs, Brett Jody, reached out to me and said, hey, we'd love to have you. We think we can get a lot more out of your career. This kind of an older league. You're probably going to be one of the younger guys. But hey, we want you. We'll give you a spot. And I signed with those guys about 2 weeks later, making sure that my options were open just in case another MLB affiliate, was going to present an opportunity. And talked to a few teams, but nothing was definitive. So ended up signing with the Salt Dogs. Came out here, and here I am, having a blast.
Nice. Hey, I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. So hitting 381 wasn't for nothing. You had your options, you know. Hey, screw the Phillies. Unless they're listening and they want you back, then the Phillies are the best. Let's be honest. The Phillies are the best.
I'm all in with that. I can get behind that. And my experience with the Phillies was great too. You know, for the most part, the coaching staff was good to me. Of course, my teammates were great. You know, the ones I could communicate with. Several of the guys, you know, two of my three roommates did not speak English.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. I feel you. Where I work, it's I do construction, and it's a lot of words I don't understand, but they're slowly teaching me. I mean,
yep,
we're getting there. And did you get to meet any big leaguers when you're on the team or when you're on the Phillies?
There were let's see. I met a few of the guys. None of the super big name guys. I did get to meet guys like I've met more of the more common names in the American Association. Actually, if you look into a few of these teams, they divide the players that you could pick up based on their experience. So you have veterans, and then there's like a ranking system in between veteran and rookie that has, you know, like how many innings they've had at such levels of baseball.
Okay.
And my last series was against the Kansas City Monarchs. They have several former big leaguers, including Matt Adams.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt Adams started first base, or I'm sorry, DH'd against us. Gabby Guerrero. We've also got a few former big leaguers on our team. Guys like Buddy Bauman, left-handed pitcher, and then Brandon Cuniff.
Okay.
Big league guys. Obviously, maybe not household names, but they have big league experience.
Yeah.
I've being a 23-year-old rookie, you know, trying to get my feet in the door, meet some guys. I've also got a connection between the former Cardinals guys that were playing with the Monarchs. The bullpen catcher for the Cardinals, his name is Jamie Pogue.
Okay.
He great guy, close family friend. He played for my dad at Southern Arkansas University.
Oh wow. Okay.
So whenever I'm
Nice.
playing first base, and Matt Adams, and the shortstop for the Monarchs was Pete Cosma. They
Okay.
they get to first base, you know, start shooting the breeze with them. Hey, you know, Jamie Pogue, and they're like, oh yeah, we know Pogue. You know, just met him, create small little relationship there, and the rest is
No,
history.
no, that's awesome. And I mean, like being around all the people that were in the big leagues. I mean, you got to be learning so much from them. There's so much experience there to learn from. I mean, I'm guessing you're taking it as much as you can, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
It's always a
Nice.
learning experience.
Nice. That is awesome. Well, let me make sure I went through all my questions here. I think we're good. Anything you want to pimp out on the podcast?
Oh man, not off the top of my head, I don't guess. Feel free to follow anybody that listens to this. Feel free to follow me on social media. Reach out, ask me questions. I also do virtual hitting lessons and consulting. I'm pretty lenient on that kind of stuff. Normally, if you just ask like a normal question, I'm not going to do any charging or any of the scamming people kind of thing. I like to help people reach their goals, and that's kind of my deal. If they were wanting something real structured and wanted to FaceTime or Zoom or whatever the case may be 3 days a week, then maybe that's something different. But like I said, hey, I'm always here to help, and I've got some experience under my belt despite being a young gun. And
Nice.
like I said, I just want to help people.
Awesome. That is perfect. What's your Twitter so they can find you?
My Twitter, Matt_Goodheart. Matt_Goodheart, Goodheart, Goodheart. And then my Instagram is the_Goodhearted.
All right. There you go. Thank you again, Matt, for coming on. I appreciate you talking to me. I'm going to shout out a couple things real quick. First, I write articles on the winnersonlyclub.com. Pen name Brandon Vale or B-Vale. That's what you'll look for. And also, I have a Twitter as well. I need more followers. I only have 4 right now, maybe 5. And one of them's me, one of them's my brother, and I don't know the other ones. My Twitter is at ATATML. It's a trip around the major leagues abbreviated. Gotcha. Thank you again. Thank you again for coming on, my man. And everyone have a nice day.